Hello, Spirit House here. I wanted to talk today about why there are groups of soul reincarnations that come about in every life. A lot of times, as much of your family, or it could even be people you don't even know that are involved with your divine counterparts, family. But at any rate, and just groups of friends. There's groups of souls, karmic souls and good souls, but the karmic ones stand out the most. And if you are chosen or star seed, indigo, whatever if you have a calling, and you're different, and you're connected to the all, then you will encounter in your own family and people around you, sometimes overwhelmingly so, people that you trusted and loved at one point, but whose actual purpose they would actually rather die and give their life than to see you unite with your divine counterpart, whether it's a soulmate, a twin flame, whatever. And the reason is there's been a long past lives you may not remember, but it's been an ongoing thing. They feel threatened by your light. They feel threatened by your intellect. They feel threatened by your connection to the divine, by your gifts. And usually it's because they have multiple things to hide. They have huge karmic debt. They've either murdered you or been a part of your murder in a past life. But it expounds, and it's like compounding, an investment, or your interest off an investment. It's like the karmic debt just expounds every single lifetime until they get it right. But a lot of times they never get it right, so they just end up these very evil souls that come into your life. Even it could be a mother, a father, anyone that just wants you dead. They hate you, and you don't realize it till later on in life. And it's a soul shock is what it is. And at first, when you begin to awaken, you're like, this is uncanny. Why has my luck been so bad? Blah, blah, blah. I feel like I'm cursed. I feel like I'm cursed. I feel like, well, it's because you are. You get to a point in your life where you start to awaken to the bullshit and you see through the veil. And it goes much further beyond that. But let's just say that everything in life, everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. It doesn't matter how materialistic you are. Everything is spiritual before it manifests in the material world. Okay, so these people, the reason that they would, the lower vibrational people are, the easier they are to become vessels for the darkest forces. Okay, and other things like alcohol and drugs can. There's a reason why they call alcohol spirits. I mean, if you abuse everything in moderation, I mean, I'm talking alcohol, okay, not drug use and all this stuff, but with anything, sex, alcohol, things that are legal, okay, I'm talking about everything in moderation, but it's like, I'm not saying that you're evil if you do this or that. No, I'm not that way, because I embrace my shadow side as well as my light side, and I have definitely been through hell before I got to heaven. Okay, so anyone who's balanced and is truly a chosen one had to go through all these trials by fire before they can get to the point where they are able to awaken, and see everything for what it is. So, that's part of the process. And no matter how many lifetimes you have to live, you know. So I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, you know, um, the reason, okay, I digress. The reason that these people would rather die than to see you come into union with any kind of divine counterpart is because when you do, your powers, you exchange gifts, your powers grow exponentially, and the love that you emanate, the unconditional love you emanate affects the entire planet, like the earth itself, and all of humanity. and it exposes corruption. And this is why it's such a threat. The truth also that you emanate and expose is a huge threat to many world leaders and corrupt individuals, criminals, evil-minded people. So you naturally you're going to have a lot of resistance. Okay? But that's the reason why, if you wanted to know. That's the reason why the path is so difficult. But it will uplift and raise the vibration of all of humanity when that happens. And when you unite and it's a divine connection, no matter what the individual feels or your ego or whatever happens, it normally is, it doesn't matter what you think or want or feel or how you want to deceive the other person. That 5D connection transcends, or the 3D connection transcends to higher levels on some level, and it's like, and miracles happen, and it helps all of humanity just by being together. You don't even have to do anything. I mean, you would want to do things to help humanity. Obviously, I would. I do right now. Whether I come into union ever in my life or not, I'm fine alone for the rest of my life because I've been a hermit my whole life, so I don't care either way. But I'm saying this is why there's so much resistance. But the problem is, and this, I'm not saying this because I have no union in sight and really that I'm planning on, okay? I'm saying this for the benefit of all. It doesn't have to do with any conflict of interest or personal reasons, okay? But the thing is if you stay in karmic cycles, the biggest threat is not just, the biggest threat is to yourself. Because in this case, if you are a twin flame or someone of this divine, being, is that if you stay around lower vibrational beings and karmics, and whether they're family, I don't care who they are. It doesn't matter how close you are to them or what your traditional beliefs are as far as loyalty goes. Because you can be loyal to a snake that'll kill you. And that happens all the time. Okay? You can meet someone that's a complete stranger that's more loyal to you than your own family. But what happens is if you don't heed the signs, it's better to go off on your own by yourself and isolate yourself than to stay around these people, because it becomes very dangerous. And especially if the other counterpart ascends and they get triggered by this, just by your being. You don't need, even if you didn't address all the bullshit that they do to you, which I do because I've been slandered and it's all bullshit, and I have a doppelganger who's stolen all my intellectual property and my life, everything. So I'm never gonna shut up. It doesn't matter how many throat chakra spells you try to do and bullshit. You'll never shut me up, bitch. And this whole family, no one will ever shut me up. No matter how many practitioners you hire, or how many contracts you put out on my life, how much you threaten me, you will be the one to go down. And you will see some supernatural shit if you come here and try to do it to me. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because I'm very connected to the divine. But at any rate, I just wanted to make that clear. But what happens is you will be killed. You will be plotted and killed on by your own people. Because they're so threatened and they don't want they don't want to see this happen. Your purpose, they don't want to see you answer your calling. And if they get readings on you, they do all this shit on you, and if they suspect that you are going to come into union, they will plot your death. And that's what happens many lifetimes, okay? So just be aware of that. If you just want to sweep stuff under the rug, then you're going to have a tragic death. And that's just reality. Because that's what happens in every scenario within this divine holy war. And this wouldn't be a holy war if this family had not continued to do dark magic try to harvest energy off of earth angel and a star seed, and try to block God's will, the divine purpose, the divine plan. You're going up against God, not me. That's what you don't realize. You can call on all kinds of lower vibrational spirits and entities, which I have connections with too. Okay? I have connections with the underworld as well as the heavens, and they all respect me. So the people you're calling on, and don't stick to me. Guess where they go? They go right back to you and attach to your chakras, which is why you're going insane probably right now. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I'm guessing that's usually what happens because you are a reflection of the energy that you project out into the universe. It's as simple as that. If you just follow that rule, then most people would be fine, but they're idiots. They're idiots. So yeah, so just be mindful of that, because the longer you decide to sit in denial and sweep stuff under the rug, you will end up dead by your own people. So yeah, that's what I had to say. I pray for you. I pray for you every day, but I can't, there's free will, so you can lead a horse to water, but you know what they say. Bye.